Hello guys, welcome back to Heartstrings, and this video is gonna be me reacting to the finale of season 1 of Heated Rivalry, that is episode 6. And oh my god, what a finale! Such perfection, and I was so excited for it. So let's begin. Okay, so I just love that we had this scene at the beginning of the episode because I think an acknowledgement was needed about what happened in the last episode and how insanely good it was. And yeah, Scott just talking about how it was a pretty big deal for a player to come out of the closet so publicly, and that too in a hockey game. So, and I just love that we had this talk of how important inclusivity is, and him talking about how he felt like he didn't fit in, and being in the closet for this long, it was just so uncomfortable for him, and he had to hide it for so long, and something that is so personal to him, and then something that shouldn't be hidden. It doesn't need to be hidden. And uh, this, I also like that he mentioned that there is a kind of a homophobia going on in the locker rooms, and he felt uncomfortable when hockey players used slurs to insult the LGBTQ community. And I think, yeah, it's great that Jacob decided to have the scene, and the speech was amazing, by the way. And obviously this part in the end, him also mentioning his boyfriend, I just might think Scott Hunter is one of the best TV boyfriends ever, because just the best lines. He just has the best lines. He's so direct, so honest with his partner, and I just love that. I love that. It's one of the things I value in a person, and I think he's a great boyfriend to keep. And then we finally see Shane and Ilya, and yeah, they drive off to cottage. And when we arrive at the cottage, the scene really made me crack up. In fact, this whole episode, Ilya was just so effortlessly funny, and everything that came out of his mouth was just hilarious. But him mentioning in this again that Shane's real estate fetish really paid off, and I agree, bro. I agree with Ilya that Shane. I love Shane's neurodivergent brain and how his brain works and how he's so detailed about these things. And I mean, I would be in love with this person too. And yeah, I love how much they opened up in this particular episode. Last episode, obviously, they had a lot of growth when it came to their personal growth, and but also in their relationship, how far they've come, and them having so many beautiful conversations in this particular episode was just something that I really wanted to see. And again, I love that this episode just had enough steamy scenes. It didn't overdo the emotional aspect of these episodes, but it was just right to get us hooked. And but we also had these scenes where they're saying that this week we should just be honest with each other, and them being them finally accepting this other person as as someone who's important to them. It was just a big step. So I loved all the conversations that we had in this particular episode, and so many cute scenes, guys. So many. Like, I haven't included pictures of all the scenes, but like this scene in particular, Ilya being irritated by the fucking wolf bird, as he calls it, was just so cute. Like him being scared every time he hears the damn bird. And Shane even can imitate a bird's voice. That is crazy, and I agree. Like, he's so perfect, and he's so he's so talented that it's kind of annoying, and I totally agree with Ilya. And then we had the burger scene that was also very funny. And the swimming pool scene, I think, yeah, the swimming pool scene, which I don't know what Ilya was doing, a handstand or something in the water, but what a hilarious guy, man. He is just performing perfectly in this whole episode. And yes, this confession was just perfect. I don't have words for how good this was, because I was screaming. I watched this episode last night before sleeping, and I had to like pause every 5 minutes just to scream. That's all I was doing. And yeah, right after the pool scene, David, that is Shane's father, discovers them. And I just loved how supportive Ilya was. And I also like they had the whole confession thing and then finally accepting each other's feelings right before this whole thing happened where his parents found out. So we had like their relationship has been cemented before. It was kind of tested. I wouldn't say it was like a true test for their relationship, but just to have it before was the right choice. And yeah, I love that. And I love that they will have this whole conversation they were having. Ilya saying that him freaking out, Shane was just freaking out that this is his worst nightmare, and Ilya saying then maybe we should wake up and we should go talk to your parents. And yeah, this hug, beautiful, beautiful, so many beautiful shots in this particular episode. I had to include this picture because I just find it so funny the way these two are standing. Like, okay, I know Shane stands a bit like that. In a previous episode, also, he was standing just a bit awkwardly, but seeing Ilya beside him with his hands clasped in front of him is just, they make quite a good picture together. And I think it's just. It just highlights the awkwardness of this scene, how awkward they're feeling right now, the way they're standing, it just highlights it more. And I loved the whole scene where they're like sitting like a family and they're having this moment. And I love this for Ilya. I think he deserves to be loved and cared for and to have a family like that. And yeah, he was just going at the pasta like he has been famished for a week. So and I love how his mother Yuna is just so hockey obsessed. Like, yeah, girl, I get you. Her priorities are straight. She's like, but how can he leave his team that drafted him? He's not loyal at all, and he's a captain of the team, by the way. So yeah, it's a big deal if he leaves. And Shane being like, well, he's loyal to me, mom. So it doesn't matter to me. And then him being like, my mom is a bit too hockey obsessed. And then Ilya being like, yeah, I see where you get it from. Such a funny scene. And this scene, yeah, I loved another scene that made me so emotional, in which Shane is just freaking the fuck out, and then Ilya just being like, your family is here, and him saying for the first time, your boyfriend is here. My heart literally melted. How good the scene was. Absolute perfection. And then yeah, after this we had them promising that they'll have dinner together at the cottage with Shane's parents, and I love that. And I loved the fact that they're both willing to really see it through, and they both, and I forgot to include that scene, but the scene in which Ilya is talking about how he can just marry Svetlana so that he can get American passport, I think, and like he'll have it so much easier if he didn't have a Russian passport. And yeah, Shane being like, no, I don't want you to go through that. I don't, it will be a fake relationship, but I can't take that emotional burden. I won't live through it. And him just straight up saying that no, don't do it, don't marry her, we'll figure something out. I love that. We had so much progress within, I think, I don't know what's the timestamp between the last episode and this one, but I think it just takes place within 6 months, like a year. So we had like more progress in this relationship within last few months than in 9 years of situationship. That's crazy. So yeah, and the end credit scene of them just driving off back to the cottage, I think that was a perfect ending. And yeah, I love how perfect this episode was. I know that I just love that it ended on a good note, and it was like a warm hug. This whole episode, it was just so comforting to watch. And I'm so looking forward to the next season, guys. I know that now Ilya will be switching teams, so he'll be in Ottawa, and they'll be closer, so they can continue their relationship in secret. But I think something might make them come out of closet next season. I'm not sure because I haven't read the books, but we have a lot to look forward to, and maybe see more scenes of them together as a family will be great. Yeah, so that's all the commentary that I had planned for this particular episode. Okay, so next we'll be doing my personal favorite segment, in which I look up my favorite tweets from this episode in particular. And yeah, so the first one being, okay, I'm glad they're in love, but it is wild for the captain to be like, contract is up. I want to go to this division rival. No loyalty. Yes, it is not so common for the captain to leave just like that, and if they do leave, it is quite a big deal, as we saw that only not long ago Jack Hughes got traded to Minnesota Wild, and it was like a big deal that he did get traded, and people were losing their minds. Second one being, Ilya, I will leave Boston for your son Yuna, or this one is like so on point. All of us after heated rivalry changed our life. It's been an interesting month, surely, absolutely. I mean, I binge watched in 1 week, but I think it just changed a lot of things for a lot of people, and got so many people interested in hockey as well, which is, very interesting. This is the 10-year situationship war is over. This is not a sign for you, by the way. Correct. I mean, it worked for them, but I don't think it will work for a normal person who's not a celebrity. I mean, boyfriend sharing clothes. Yeah, I did not notice this when I was watching the episodes, which is why I love Twitter. I love that some people post things, and like these small things that we as viewers wouldn't have noticed otherwise. So I just love looking up these tweets for this reason. The same but different, because now he has his Russian boyfriend right next to him. Yeah, so this is the episode I was talking about, that he kind of stands very awkwardly like, yeah, mom, I did something wrong, and just his posture is hilarious. I don't know, so it's something about it. Yeah, I love this picture, so I included it. What a nice recap of like all the episodes, and see how far we have come. It's amazing. The latest smack from Ilya and Shane absolutely whacking him back with the intent really made me chuckle. Yeah, this scene I forgot to include this scene in my commentary, but again, so funny, and Ilya is a menace, bro. But I love this scene as well. No lie, the book readers made me think the quarter episode was about to be raunchy, but I kind of like Jacob's approach. Yeah, I same. I like that it just had the right balance. Shane's autism jumped out multiple times in that episode. Like it always does in every episode. It's just too obvious at this point. Scott Hunter, you are the game changer. You are the gay founding father. I agree. I think, Ilya and Shane should be very, very thankful to Scott for a lot of things. But yeah, just to have someone as a figure who's already out in the industry that you're working in is just a very big thing, because you feel like you're inclusive. It feels like you're included, and you're not the only one who doesn't fit in with these society has put these molds you in. And I think, yeah, it's amazing that you know he came out, and we all should be very thankful to Scott for that. He really stayed up plotting of a way for his man to never have to marry for a passport. Yes, he literally stayed up all night thinking and waking Ilya up in, I don't know, early in the morning, too early in the morning, or like middle of the night. But I love the scene. I love how he he was willing to put that effort. She would have loved you like I love you. Yes, again, another line that just hit me in the heart, and it was the way it was acted by the two actors so perfectly, so tenderness in that one moment. This was supposed to be cute and all, but I just can't thinking about how touching this clip of Ilya enjoying pasta is. Yes, just to have the sense of familiarity, and it just is amazing. Ilya was locked the fucking eating that pasta. You think he was starved at the cottage? Maybe she does make pretty good pasta, so you never know. From a secret meeting in the dark to loving in the light. Yes, see, again, this is why I love it, because people on X just draw these parallels that I wouldn't have even known if I didn't go and look for these tweets. this this scene was also hilarious, this particular line by Ilya. Shane saying, the shirt would not be helping, and Ilya being like, yeah, as if they don't know I play for Boston. But seriously hilarious choice of shirt when you're going, to confess that you're in love with their son. I'm gonna miss them so bad, it's not even funny. So true. I'm gonna be hung over this show for a while now. I've seen enough. I need to be in a 10-year situationship. No, you don't. No, you don't. Like I said, it just worked out for them, but it won't for everyone. And the fact that Cosmopolitan tweeted this is funny. A family of 3 becoming a family of 4. Yes, and I want to see more of their scenes in next season. Like, please. Famous last word. Yeah, so when the episode was beginning, I was like, this is so much overshadowing of just him being like, yeah, they won't disturb us, it would be just us, my parents won't be coming. And I was like, I don't think so. He's trying to be loyal to me, not Boston, is one of the cutest lines in this episode. Yeah, I agree, but then again, everything that comes out of Shane's mouth is cute, so okay, Lamar really is funny when I out loud. Yes, Ilya saying we are lovers, and I'll be like, no, that's gross. Like, don't say that. Don't mention that word ever again. Yeah. So these are all the amazing tweets that I could find, and just hilarious. All your reactions and are just hilarious. Yeah, so I think this will be the end of this video. So now that heated rivalry is over, I think I'll be shifting the content to something else. Maybe talk about other shows I'm watching, or talk about my favorite books, favorite romance books that I've read over the years, and my favorite tropes, and what's I'm into these days. So I'll meet you again in the next video with something new. Till then, bye bye, and be sure to like and comment if you want, and I'll see you again maybe next week.